tell me about the journey of how you got to Barstool. Like, I actually don't know your whole story. So
okay,
like, how did you get to Barstool because you were kind of behind the scenes for a little bit at Barstool, right?
Yeah.
And do it. So like, take us through that path a little bit of how you got to this point.
All right. So I would say, I grew up in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Which was great.
Go Huskies.
Yep.
Yeah.
I grew up in Connecticut. Played sports. I played football, basketball, baseball. It turned pretty clear more sophomore year, junior year of high school that I could possibly go and play at a D3 school, but it wasn't going to be in the cards. And I had a really bad concussion my sophomore year playing basketball. And we were playing like a 1-3-1 press. Mm-hmm. And this guy, I was the one in the back because I was on the scout team, it was varsity. And my coach Adams was telling me, no, you like act like a safety. And I was like, all right. So, and then they were breaking the press in practice. And then the guy who caught it off the inbound threw it up in the middle. And sure enough, the 6'8" center was there. And I went up to get it. And then we hit head to head. And then I hit my head on the ground. And that was 2012, 2013. Really bad concussion. Tried to push through it, not playing sports, but go to school and whatnot. Really messed me up. And I missed school for a while. That happened in January. I didn't really go back to school until September.
Damn. Okay.
During that time, though, I started to write about sports, basketball in particular, the NBA. Before that, I always had blogs and whatnot that I would send to my friends, but nothing really serious. Mm-hmm. And I always loved sports. And I really got into the basketball. And then I started doing kind of more stuff that I do on TikTok now, which is more covering the whole internet. Mm-hmm. And then I went to college at Fordham. Mm-hmm. I did stand-up comedy. Mm-hmm. And when I did stand-up comedy, I really I did a lot. Yeah. I would say my freshman, sophomore year, I probably did 300, 400 sets. Mm-hmm. And it became clear when I was a sophomore. I remember it specifically. There was this guy on stage on a show I was on, and he was so funny. Mm-hmm. And he was 42. And I was like, I'm never going to be that funny. And he's this funny, and we're on the same show, and he's like this isn't for me. Yeah. So then I started a blog called Tailgate Heisman in 20...
So just like started a website.
Yes. Yeah. About college football.
Yeah.
I sold t-shirts. I started, and I really went all in on it. It was all college football all the time. Tailgate Heisman. I built up, not big, but a Twitter, an Instagram. And from there, I kind of it was looking good. And I thought it was something I wanted to do. I never had this goal of going to Barstool. But it's funny how things work out. I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to make Tailgate Heisman my life. However, I still need to get a job and whatnot while I'm still building this up. And I was going for this internship at, do you remember, I don't even know if the channel is still around. You know Epix?
No.
Okay, it's a TV, it's an HBO, but one of those like stars. It's and I went for an interview at Epix. Mm-hmm. Before my sophomore year summer. And I thought I was gonna get this internship. They loved me, and I didn't get it. Mm-hmm. And I was looking around like, what? How did I not get this? And then the next day, my buddy tags me, Brooks Young, tags me in a Facebook post.
Whether you're a current athlete, a former athlete, or just an everyday person trying to stay in shape, you need to try the B37S percussion gun from Ekron Athletics. Go to ekronathletics.com today and start recovering faster and moving easier. That's Ekron Athletics, and use promo code NEXTUP for 25% off your purchase. That's EKRIN athletics.com with promo code NEXTUP for 25% off your purchase.
Tags me in a Facebook post from Barstool Sports that says, we're looking for interns this summer. And then he tagged me in it. And if he didn't tag me in that post, I would have never got to Barstool.
Yeah.
So Brooks Young, I
shout
love
out
him.
Brooks Young.
Yeah, shout out Brooks Young. Like legitimately, without Brooks Young tagging me in that Facebook
we wouldn't
post,
be here today.
No shot. No shot.
There's no shot you'd be on my podcast.
No shot.
No reason to have you on.
It would Brooks Young. And it's funny how all of this worked because Brooks, he tags me in it. Tommy Smokes, who was Tom Scabelli, was my friend at Fordham. He was an intern there at the time.
He went to Fordham too?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay.
And he was there. And then he said, hey, we were looking through the interns and saw you applied. Let me know if you need anything. But I think you're going to get an interview with guys who is Dave's, he's the head of social, essentially.
Yeah.
I got the interview, got an internship. Now, then I started to blog at Barstool about college
You were
football.
writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's very funny, that summer in August, the Heisman Foundation sued me, or cease and desist for tailgate Heisman. And they said, you need to disassociate Heisman from, or the Heisman wants to disassociate from this completely. And at that point, I was like, I wasn't even writing for it anymore. But it was, if that happened and I was actually going all in on it, that would have been awful. But all that being said, then I started on a podcast with Casey Smith about college football. It was the comeback season with Johnny. Johnny would do a podcast on like once a month, but then she would have a weekend recap. And I would go on that. I'm still in college, intern. And then it was me, her, and Dave at one point. And that was good. That was fun. And then I graduated. I was on the college football show that they do for one episode. Dave kicked me off, called me boring.
I've seen the clips of that.